Hello IT Pros, welcome back to my IT workshop. So in this video we're going to reset the password of a Windows 10 computer. It also works for Windows 7 and 8. So here's the scenario. We have a laptop and the user for this laptop doesn't remember his password. So as you might imagine, this laptop has important files and of course pictures of his pet. So what are we going to do about it? Well, using another computer, whether a laptop or a desktop, in this case is going to be a desktop computer, you are going to download from the internet. I'm going to leave the link in the description below. And we're going to download a free piece of software called Hiren Boot CD. And after we have downloaded, which is about 600 megabytes, we're going to create a bootable USB drive. Once we have created our bootable USB drive, we are going to connect it back to the laptop and we're going to start the process of recovering the password. Well, actually, we're going to reset the password. So the user will have access to this computer again, to his account, and will create a better password. So let's start. Okay, here we are in a desktop computer. So this is the first step we have to take is to download the Hiren Boot CD. So I am in the website right now. As mentioned before, I'm going to leave the link in the description below. So here it is, Hiren Boot CD 15.2. It's a zip file and it's around 600 megabytes. So I'm just going to click on it and then we're going to download it. I'm going to cancel the download because I already have it. But you have to get it first. After that, we are going to have the file. We're going to unzip it, as you can see here. I'm going to double click on it. Let me go to the other screen, and I'm going to extract it. So it's going to ask me where, and I choose the desktop. I already have it. I name the new file hboot, and once I open this file, again, it's in the other screen. The important thing here is the last file, which is the Hiren Boot CD 15.2, which is around 600 megabytes. This is the ISO file. This is what is important to us. After that, I'm going to use this software, Rufus, which is going to allow me to create bootable USB drives. So this is a free software as well. You can use any other that you like or already have. It's not mandatory to have this one, but this is the one I like because you don't have to even install it. It's like an executable file. So here you have it. I already connected a USB drive. If you see it here, it's called Potato. It's 8 gigabytes, but something more than 2 is going to be okay. So if you don't have anything connected to your computer, it's not going to show anything. So keep that in mind. So once you have it connected to your computer and you already know what you're going to use, don't forget it's going to delete everything on this USB drive. So it's asking me to select what I want to, what ISO image I have to select. So as mentioned before, this is the Hiren Boot CD 15.2, the ISO file. And I'm going to open it. And I'm just going to start the process. Again, I already have the bootable USB, so I'm not going to do it here. So I'm just going to cancel this, and we're going to continue on the laptop itself. Okay, guys, here we are in the laptop, and the username for this is HP user, is the one I have created for this video. So when I try any password, it says the password is incorrect. Try again. So if we try to reset the password by itself from Windows, it's going to tell us that we need a USB flash drive, which we can set up, but at this moment we don't have it. Okay, so I have my bootable USB that contains Hiren Boot CD, well, only Hiren software, and now we are going to restart the computer. Since this is a HP computer, after the restart, I'm going to start pressing escape. So we will have access to this short menu. And if you read carefully, F9 says boot device options. So I'm going to press F9 So we will have access to this other menu, which is going to give us the option to choose optical disk drive, notebook hard drive, USB, and notebook Ethernet. So obviously we're going to use USB since it is the one we have. So now we see this menu, and this is the proof that the USB is, that the system is booting from the USB. The light was a little, it didn't allow me to see very well, so I turned it off. So we have this menu, so we know that the USB is working. I mean, the bootable USB is working. So from here, the important for us is the password changer. So we press enter, and we see the software running. And here is our first step. We have to select what partition we have to choose. So in the top, you don't see it very well, but we have two. The first one is boot, and the second is a big one. It's around 300 gigabytes, this hard drive for the computer. So that's the place where the operating system is more likely to be. So in some cases, it's going to show you the USB as well, the one we are using, but always choose the biggest one. In this case, the one that says 300 gigabytes. Now, the second step is asking me for the path and registry files. So by default, it's system32. I don't have to do anything, just click enter. Press enter. Now we can start pressing the spacebar. So until we reach this part, what do we want to do? We have three options: password reset, recovery console, or quit. We're going to choose one and press enter. Now we have more options. The number one is edit user data and password. G is registry editor, and Q is quit. So we are going to choose number one since that's what we need to do. So we press enter again, and we have the list of all the username on this computer. So administrator, default, guest, recovery admin are by default from Windows. So as you can see, HP user is the one we need to do something about it. On the right, we have a lock. So this lock means disable lock. So HP user is the one we need, and is disable or lock or both. So we're going to type HP user for this example, and we're going to press enter. And now we have even more options. What do we want to do? Clear, edit, promote, unlock, or quit. So the first thing to do is unlock it. So number 4, I press enter, and it has been unlocked. So as you can see here, if I type dot, it's going to list the users again. So I type dot, the key for dot. And as you can see, HP user is not disabled or locked anymore. So now we are going to select the HP user again, and we are going to choose number 1, which is clear password. So we're going to make it blank. So you can see it's really quick, password cleared, and we don't have to do anything else, but we're going to list all the username as well. So next to HP user, it says blank. So we have succeeded. So now we don't have anything else to do, and we're going to type exclamation, that means quit. The next is Q for quit again, and writing back changes, yes, because otherwise all we have done would be worthless. So we type Y, and the last one, can you try again? Do you want to run again? No, we don't have anything else to do. And finally, press Ctrl-Alt-Delete to reboot the system. So the system is rebooting. We are not going to press anything now. You can disconnect or unplug your USB, doesn't make a difference. So Windows is loading. And now, since we don't have any password for the HP user, it's just going to directly log into this account. Now we wait for it to be logged into Windows. And once we are there, we are going to do something else, but just to show you what are the next steps. So as you can see, we have access to the account now. So we type computer management, we click on it, we wait until it shows up. From this menu, we are going to choose local user and groups. We'll go to users, and there you go. There you have it, the HP user. Now we can change, right click on it, and we can change the password or assign a password. I'm not going to do it because I don't really need it. This is a test account. I'm just going to delete it. But this is how you do it. After you change the password, you can log out and log back in using the new password. So that way you can secure this account one more time. And the user that you have been troubleshooting will have access to all the documents and all that on this account. So that would be for the video, guys. I recorded this in 2018, but by the time you are going to watch this video, it's going to be 2019. So I wish you success in this new year. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you have any question, please leave it in the comment section below. Please leave a like if you like this video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Just click on the subscribe and the bell so you're going to receive the notification for future videos. Thank you very much again. This is my IT workshop, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.